Okay guys, I'm back from down in town, and that's getting in the way, isn't it, a little bit? So we've been down in town because Jen and I wanted to walk out, bit of exercise, get fresh air and all that. So it was nice to get out and about. But while I was down in town, I did have to pop into CEX. And the reason was because yesterday, just after I finished the vlog for yesterday, Jen came home from work. It had been a long day. And she'd bought a couple of games which the CEX that she'd been at hadn't checked and cleaned, so I had to go and get them cleaned. And this is the big one. This is Ultimate Spider-Man. And all it says on here is limited edition. On the side it says limited edition Ultimate Spider-Man. I do have a copy of Ultimate Spider-Man. So why would I want the limited edition? Because it's got extras on it. It's interesting, isn't it? So with this one was scratched to pieces and it's missing its slipcase. We didn't know that at the time that it had a slipcase, but apparently it does. But never mind, because I've got the game and that's the part that counts. So we had to go and get that cleaned up because it was scratched. She also managed to find a game that I didn't know existed until now. Indycar. Now I have Indycar 2005, which I thought was the first and only entry in the series, but apparently there were two, and Indycar came out first in 2003. So we've got this all here, loads of little bits in the packaging. So we've got the Codemasters booklet. Can you handle it for real? An advert for going on an actual attempt at an IndyCar, apparently. And then the instructions themselves. So I'm going to put that back in the box. And by the way, because you would expect, no slipcase, no manual, one of those situations. So while I was down in there, I found a game. I'm a little bit uncoordinated today. It's been a very long... I am actually filming this at almost 2 o'clock in the morning because it's been another long day, and I'll get to why in a moment. But while I was down there, I found James Bond, The Duel. And it's a game for the Mega Drive that I've been wanting for a while, looking around for, and I finally found a copy. But it doesn't work. I've tried it in the Mega Drive in here, the other Mega Drive I've got set up in the bedroom, because I'm that kind of gamer, and the Mega Drive 2 that I've got set up downstairs. It doesn't work on any of them. So there's something wrong with it. I cleaned the contacts with isopropyl alcohol, as you do. Doesn't work. Nothing works. So I don't know what's wrong with it. I've got to take it back. It's just one of those things. But that's not all I found at town, because I popped into X Records. Now, a few of you will know X Records because Jenny has got a video on her channel where she interviewed the guy who owns it. I've mentioned it a few times in the vlog. It's really cool. Love the place. It's like an Aladdin's cave of stuff. Not just records, all kinds of stuff. I went in there actually looking to see if he had any loose Star Trek figures I wanted to use for a skit in a future Game Hammer. But I didn't have time to do that because I got invited to a Christmas party, so that's going to be fun. I'm actually looking forward to that. And I saw this and got chatting with the guy about this. How good does that look? This is a Tiger LCD game for Star Wars Episode 1. I'm going to show you a little bit of it now, if I can turn it on. If you can see it, it's got different pod races that you can use. And we'll start. Okay. I've got to set engines. Okay. Features exhaust port. Okay. Wager. Sure. It's, for a LCD game, it's quite complicated. It's weird. So I'm going to try and play it through the... It's loud. It's really loud. I'm going to turn it off. It's one of those weird ones. It's remarkably complicated for an LCD game. And it's weird to hold as well. So I'm going to do a Game Hammer extra review on that probably next week. And that's going to be a lot of fun. Speaking of Game Hammer, the reason that I'm late today, I've been doing a lot more animation frames and I still haven't finished. And I'm getting a bit annoyed with myself now because I need to get this thing done. At this point, I'm either going to finish the animation tomorrow morning, as in later today from my point of view, but tomorrow morning. Or I'm going to cut the animated sequence entirely and just get the damn thing done. It's going to be one of those two. I'm happy with what I've got in terms of the animation, but I need to get this thing finished. I can't just keep going. It's one of those things. But we'll see how that goes. Speaking of LCD games, though, with that, the other night I thought about, hang on, I remember these things that I really wanted. I'd seen them in a video and someone had talked about them. I wonder if I can get loads of them. And it wasn't easy. They came today in an envelope that says Fraggles on it. See? Fraggles? Not really, fragile. And I love stupid jokes, I know. And they came very, very quickly, and I'm very happy with the guy who sent them. And not to beat about the bush, but LCD game, LCD game, LCD game, and LCD game. These are tiny. Like, look at the size of this Mega Drive cartridge, for an example. That's how small these things are. That thing there is my thumbnail is almost as big as the screen on one of these things. It's so small. But they work. And it's a Sonic the Hedgehog game, or a Tails Adventures game, or Knuckles, and things like that. They're the most basic things. This one is a Sonic game where all you have to do is jump over obstacles to try and collect coins. It's so remarkably stupid, basically. But I can't help but like them. They've got a bit of charm to them. So after the week after I've done the Star Wars one, I'm going to do a set of Game Hammer reviews about these. Probably all 4 of them that I've got here at once, plus a little bit of discussion about the ones I don't have. I think there's 6 in total. And I've got 4 of them. So I've got a decent... enough to make a decent showing of them. They're in great condition. I had to change the batteries, of course. These things come from the 90s from what I can tell. Or at least the early 2000s. So they're reasonably old and the batteries have worn down. But I like them. They're in decent condition. So they're going to make for a nice video. And I'm going to have a lot of fun playing with them, let's put it that way. So what else is there to go on about? Well, not a huge amount. That's what I've been doing. I went out to the fresh air because it's the first time I've been out of the office, basically, in days. I've got to get this thing finished. And then we'll get on with working on the other stuff. So it's one of those days. It's been really, really busy. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. I hope you're not running yourselves ragged like I am at the moment. How's the juggling coming? Still doing it? Still not good enough? See what I mean? I'm trying to improve my coordination, and now I can pretty much talk while doing the juggling of one ball. So that's going well. Can I do it with 2? Let's find out. Let's see what I can do. Apparently not straight away, but sit back a little bit so I'm not too worried about... I'm getting close. It's gone. It's behind me somewhere. I'm getting close with the juggling to the point where I might actually consider trying to speed up a little bit and then try and get a rhythm going. Just need that little bit more practice so that I can not drop the ball 2 times out of 3. And we'll see how we go from there. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed yourselves today. Take care with yourselves and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! If you like the show, please consider supporting me on Patreon. It really does help create future videos. That's patreon.com/Zoe Kirk-Robinson. And I've got an extra special thanks going out to Chief89, Sam Yates, Retro Mickey82, Mo Henry, and George Botterini. Thank you so much, guys.